Hello, I'm Rebecca Moseley. I must say that being in front of the camera is probably one of the most nerve-wracking things I've had to do in a long time. So let me talk a little bit about myself. I live in Montgomery City, Missouri, which is a very small town about halfway between Columbia and St. Louis. I have 4 children, which you may or may not be able to hear in the background. I tried to get everything quiet. Because I realized that I didn't put on Facebook yet any art influences, I decided for this YouTube movie intro that I'd go ahead and put a little art of my own in the background and talk a little bit about that aspect of myself, because we're trying to have a different aspect for each introduction. So, as you can see from looking behind me, the walls on either side of me have kid art scribbled all over them because I have small children. The youngest one just is 4, and that's her work from a couple years ago. We don't get things scrubbed up too quick around here. Over here we have a drawing that I'm working on of her. It started off as a student sample, which about any artwork I manage to get finished these days is, sadly enough, stuff I do to show kids how to make art of their own. So we've got that. A little bit behind me on the wall. I'll see if we can get that. Yeah, that was me a few years ago when glasses styles were a little different, but that's where you can see some Cezanne influence. I really like his style of painting and his attitudes on art. So you can see that in a little bit of the brushwork, I think. From those 2 things beside me, you can see that I'm a little bit on the traditional side as far as what I like to do with my art, but you got to move forward. So here we are. Things that we have. I got a strong interest in bookmaking. So, here's one of the first books I made. I do handmade papers also. So you see my marbling work here. Black and white photography is the basis of all my photographic work. So we'll see what I got in the vaults for artwork as far as photography. Bookwork I'm making these days, homemade sketchbooks. I have my students make sketchbooks, and I've got some hand tooling of copper that I did here, Coptic binding on the sides. I've been working a lot on trying to get better at ceramics because I used to hate it. Got to try and embrace what you don't like and find out why. So we've got my ceramic work here. It's something that's really the new love of my life. After I hated it, I found I loved it. It was great. So that's my artistic self. Like I said, I live in a small town. There's not a lot going on around here. My husband is an artist. He's very interested in filmmaking and works on animations, so hopefully he can help me out on this, although I'm doing it myself, and I feel very proud of that. In a nutshell, I teach high school art. The numbers have been going up there, so I finally got to drop your book. Yay! And so, on that very happy note, I am now taking my master's classes, and very happy to be here and getting to know people and getting to move forward into the 21st century. It's my very first video. Yay. So, look forward to everything.